Radio Bulan 2 Vata, Mekauti Kenda Vata Mai San Francisco ki Burubura, Sema Mai Ngai Waseayani.
wasivi na muyambe mai au sina ya ubakundukai pembeni usumu ya bakama ibako eu ngaviko isaulako eu manilili au kirena meunga imbaundali au lili au sei ni matengai nai tasiri eu ndau le wanga na la ko me kua ono na mai langa ni siwi na koro ke me sala ko ngai mai no muita vina na sumi bondo bondo ia me si daka wakati Kuangani ko bela lizar mani sakale Retale bakale bune vangu ameu kina sombu Kilanga no mitabinga na somi bonda bonda
Sandi sar no menita binga na itana so bibonto monto na kabri ben garaba dinta isi tolo ni tirkan do na mediti radio bulan do bata San Francisco sa bikin bagi rara mutu yang bikin ni bikin di turang na marama daru kina ngone lewa puno da bang siamo ting menaka bina di kuwa bina ka saga boleh bunambula anu itakan di totoko chiko na bito kani gina itabi dindu so antang garabo chiko na garabo tu eda alo benaka enda abo bina ka tal dengan ni rau di sul tu bikin dalam bula na siga bina ka di kuwa mai non to puno lo manu bici honi siamo chiko mai kina bakata la kina na be matin tu to ko sarna be buru-buru wili kino merke bilang sa wale bu na isipun dako na buni kuti kenda tong mai en bita na singa sa uchi onu muni tokani pedi la nobo ndar be mati me tega bu en ngulu saranga da sa sema kino go medo en bitu na kaloko na kabe de binga rabeni na wakana kene bagrau da sana tu bagrau benda rongo tamada na rongo manondo bu noloma no bici na be se buru-buru ka bakata la kina en ngito
ka bakakina en nondo bunua kaya bunua ilalam blabu ni ministry ena tomana tigunga na kena walataki na nonra tigo binaka ena nondo bunua na nonda waga leslesi ni tambana nimbula so na ngasi ni buli liu era se kere tigunga me waga ndonu taki na ndundu ni ken risau ni ndenanga ni ra tauri vola ena ngonu bata ia ndundu tigo na isau e soli beira la beta da kama yungo na minister ni volio a ser rondro en non tronga en parlamenti ni kuwa se ya budava era bagadrumi kina nangasi ni volio kina be korni voli en ambaki bagaboli ni ronundolo rosanga bulga tolu kan minister rondro ni bagarau ni bagadrunga sin volio sa tauruwa ki tikumai na open recruitment system ve vagandu induitaki kaen yongo sa kawaitaki sarwa lebu ka ndusietigo endona tubutuba ka senga ni binaka kure ronrondo ni tubutuba ngo vagabuna endona ve malwali da bono ni daga ka tarana non rubuli ngoni ka talo ronrondo ni koira na be union ni tamata daga sa kauta dake mai vaga vida bata ana be indu taki vaga dori tikongo ke be iranga sibuli karatangida amen dua na tutuba wosi bidak ia mbau ndolong usuto mai na ministani vuli eliu o Pramila Kumar kaka ni koira na be union ni tamata daga sa senga non rebe vaga mboti one minister sa daga tiko na ministry me walia na lele ni ngasi de buli and primary ken secondary schools. Sana vokedori tiko ndona mbosi singorua ni ngirimiti burbura na International Girimit Conference na ikatiniga rua kene ikatiniga tolu ni wulo me ni mbaki yongo kwa ya ni sembera ni maruta kena holondei ni Girimit Day na ikatiniga lima ni me kaena ibugubuke ni Prime Minister ka Minister ni Lavo Professor Biman Prasad ni ikau ni mbosi yongo na maruta kana girmitia na pedingo mi neviti keina nondundui and say na girmiti is celebrating Fiji's inclusivity and diversity na matentu sa pagaruta katale tikunga indua na umay labo member letter na Girmit Day Kurio Prasada ni matentu pagambauta ni bimbi na Girmit Day amenda vana numa na ndrendre ka lagadurumi kei na solimbula amenda tautau wata ka anda ndokai kei na nanda ndondonu nilawa kiwi kenda kere. Rosang bulgaba na leoni bunua era mbeitaki ena wasang bulgaba lu taudoko na dala ni vei vakasangai ena bula sawoti. Wanda itakamai na waliwala ni indirekta ni ndau ni vei mbeitaki ni matentu. Ni ungo oko kina i tolu songo bulu na kisi ni kudu rua na kisi ni tobule me kudu wana kisi ni bebo kasangai do na kisi ni vugubuki senga ni talitaki kena tinko na kisi ni wala kokowa ni bebo kasangai mai be ira na le rosongo bulu ka wana beitaki rua se tiko na non remba kini bula na ruku ni tinka walu mai be ira na wasongo bulu ka walu na kisi ungo lewe rosang bulgandua waka duri veira na wala lo mongo mai veira na lewe rosang bulgandua ngo ka waka duri veira lewe tinkawa se tigo no non remba kinibula na rukuni tinkawalu veira na lewe rosang bulgandua ka waka duri veira ruo na tangane ka tinka diwa na lewa tinka tolu na kisiongo waka dora tikunga na wekandra ndobe ira na kisongo mbete kikina ndona ngone tangani mbaki tinko tolu ni kuduba na ngone tangani mbaki ono ndo tale na kisi mbeta ki ndona ngone tangani mbaki tinka bitu ni kuduba na lube tukana mbaki dhiwa ndo tale na kisi se sa mbeta ki ndona tangani mbaki tolu songul gawalu ni kuduba na lube na bakadamdambe mbaki tolu okay na ndo tale na tangani ambaki wasang bulu sambe taki van dala ni kudu ke na ndo na dala ni veva kasangai na wala kokoa ka waga dora kiwa na lubena waga dambe ambaki tilgaba na ministry ni takadaka esa wakande uzatiko na kena arawani waga rambai lewutaki na tambana ni zakadaka ena rukuni programo ni nondra laki zakadaka aki walangi na lewiviti kame wakande itaka ni na tuwai waka matau na kontaraki ke na vunua ni zakadaka mendangaravi ka maroroi vinaka kina la veta dake mayongo na ministani zakadaka o agni deo sing en parliamendi en nona laki veisiko ki Australia en programo ni zakadaka en PAMS taronga na ministani zakadaka iliu o pravin bala na inaki ni nona veisiko na ministry ni bula esa tekubuna vida na tubutuba kasana raoni wokena kena bogobina kataki kena programo ni kena ngaravitiko na bogobina kataki ni kena vivale ni tambana ni mbula en kena sa kadina ministry en non do vito con le bonua ka vakanga ngado taki na matambose ni board of visitors program la beta mayungo na minister ni mbula bunuai ratu Antonio ni busotiau lalamblabu en parlamenti en veka esa vaga durtiko en ai matai ni donan rau ni singa ni veluta kini nonda matentu kaura tu lalamblabu ni kena vovina kataki kena totoka ni nonda vali nimbula kena nonda toko ni vina kana volis lesin tamban nimbula ena sulia endua na vi vakoko takileu kina vagarau ni nonda vengarabi na nonda yalo marau na vagalesi lesi kana laki tara na nonda ve vakamboti na leu ni bunua ena nonda vi vali nimbula na ministeri ni takadaka agni deo sing sa ve bagaroti ve ira na lewi viti mendanda unganga rauni ena vukundra na itini eni takadaka mai balangi eranda mai tauri takadaka ena nonda bunua salmuri tikongo na kena kilai ni ndona itini ni bangara tamata takadaka mai tauri tamata takadaka baga taundondonu merala ki takadaka ki Canada abagaritaka na minister ni takadaka agni deo sing kebaka ndona kambani kese ndonga engan reba me vakautira na nonda leni bunua ki takadaka ki balangi sanandondonu mera register rawa ena ministry ni takadaka ka rawata mai na veiva kandonui mai buana secretary tunde ni ministry ni takadaka ni sembera ni rangai tauri tamata takadaka kinandona takadaka mai balangi era sa bagaroti talanga na ve itini ni tauri tamata takadaka merkakua ni vaka tamata takadaka ki balangi ni sembera ni soli na ve vaka ndonui mai na ministry ke baka endua ena tau ya butaka endua na itini sena agents ni tauri tamata takadaka kasanga ni tigua na ve vaka ndoni ministry sana dala bakalawa kasana rawa ni totongitaki meso uma sanga ni lele mai ena wana undolo nandola ka na sanga ni lebu mai na tini na undolu na dola se ena vesu me ambakindua na mate lao mai na ministry compliance team esa laki reidira na mate lao mera la Congo ki Canada ka bakasal tagira ni dala na non randau mai waga maridi mera laki dakadaka ka sanga tu nikila na dina ni veka era na laki dakaba ka kina nyongo indo talenga na ngunsala ni human trafficking se nanonda kau waga vitalia kanda singkila na kenenaki ni sambulo bina katalmai kiningito era satu bograu na tinkono na timi ni sevens burbura en duotale na madao ni vitabulaki en Singapore sevens en moni madao go roteni lima sanga bulu na undolu na ndau sar sevens mai na sai burbura er no sota ni na rara mai Singapore en moni madao go na nonda timi sa toko en tombumba ke Samoa Canada ke Spain en tombu toko kina na chambeni ni Hong Kong New Zealand South Africa Australia ke Hong Kong en tombu rato toka kina waranise USA Uruguay ke Kenya en tombu Argentina Ireland ke Chavani tukutukurong binaka ni kaina nonda ndau ni bibi wakatawuliri Ben Gollings ni rato bolombulo binaka na nonda zorbo ni woti nangito mai Hong Kong and na rawa ni sarapa kede nangito ni Singapore Sevens and Fiji One nduondonga na nonda timi ni Rooster Chicken Fijian Rua ni wasota en wakatubuli en wakatangin kede nangito en moni madongo en nonda to sana sota kena timi kuko wani New South Wales Waratahs sana ndondonu mera tona kautomai ki nangito na Fijian Rua na nonda to ye rangi kede kebaka to ngandraba mera to na marorotiko na nonda to rongrong ni sangabondua ni sinruka wakaritaka na nonda coach ni atu liu o kele levere nirto sa daga sartiko ba kokoa na nonda atu liu merto na rawata na vengen rabu ena atu liu erto sa na biuta tiko na nonda matasawa na nonda ngone lewa na lotu le bongo merto na laki sota ke na New South Wales Waratahs en Singapore Hawaii Laveti mai en parlamenti na taro se dava na tavi ni nonda minister ningito o tese sokuru en sota ni HSBC Sevens mai Los Angeles ke na Vancouver Sevens kania alaki tigo kina en non rilabo non dau ni veso non dau ni so mi vagadava en non da benua ke na dava na kene yanga kiviti na nona so motiko so kuru e kaeni laki tiko na soto ruongo e nei wakaro ni turanga prime minister Na nonda timi ni soa shipping fijan rua sa kuneani endua na mbole lebu. Koya na non roto unda ngole tiko ki ngito ki balangi. No buku ni non roto bagarau. Kaina non dau ni vi bakatawlidi o Mick Bain. Ni roto unda bagailia endua na singa ni teren. Ngona erto unda lako kina kasa ndondonu ngo merto tuba tale bagabinaka na madawa ni non roto lako. Kena lawa ka ni ndondonu mera yado ni na timi ni sobo rona singa mitike bunungito. Ka Bain ni roto o na marauta kana bukadinga ngena mada ngo ka ni sa tinika walu na madawa na non roto tereni tiko mai kina vese burbura enda sana liu ki Amerika roya ni ki New York na wanga buka bakaito ki ni Donald Trump na presidente liu ki Merke ka na maki ni ndona vile wai bakarongo na tukutuku ni venga una ki Merke waraita ki sartunga national television na nona sa mbimbiu mai o Trump mai nona club Mar-a-Lago nona wanga buka a Boeing 757 ka roka damu bula krakarawa kangai bola itu waikula bambani wanga buka matini bola lebu na Trump kara yalo mai na nona daun weito koni era wasoto tunanguni sala kara kaila baka mai na non ravito koni kibwa na president liu ke Merke ia ndota ni na rirai ni yado ani ki New York na bonua ka tauia bukina non business rongo ka kilai ke na non bonua ni baka marutaki ia era sanga ninga Italia te koya ni sa aduru ki na politiki ndonu baka ndonu ya mbongi ni moniti ndona turanga ni lewa ni na baka taringa na matawilawai lima na ndau ni veitamba sanga ni video sena still camera me vidanga na miniti ni sembera ni tekebu na velawai na unu ni lebu mai Merke sengai vikotaki Amerika ngo matiki na tolu sanga bulu na leo ni bunua ka bagada na bondua na be vale na sa Amerika CVN ni walu sanga bulu na zoblada ribote taki mai vitu na states kara zembura kina na ving dela ni vale kara kakamusumuso na bunikau ka zembura ki madawa motoka kina lori sang ni dengu na tambana ni daga bole kena bokaruta ki tiko kakana ke bei ira sa senga tu na non tiko so sa ba wanga kandrala ka meranda numikina leni bonua sa mailenka se kongori na non di rongo en bongi kua medo panangon kataraba ni temo de manta
Entona ka observa ka nan de rubi wasi juga nunggu ida buta na bitan longon na ngauna na sere sa dotu nga son to pakai lala ba suri nunggu ngabo ka bata pa kanisa mo lang nita mo nandito to kaya nung itang nising lalo to sunan tangka boka so ba sini nakit lalo talaga
Nisam Bulabinaka Sema mai ka wasea ni na radio bulando mata San Francisco Tarungodi na tuluki na bito na kloka na kama ni moniti kina borobuka Bei kema da way Amerika Dini kina ruwa na kloka na singalevo ni tusi di kina borowai Bei kema da way biti Radio bulando mata San Francisco Me kauti kanda vatamai
Say Kemuni, looking down on my knee. Say Kemuni, say Kemuni, say Kemuni, looking down on my knee. To rock him under my tauro na lingangu sana vau usani ala ala querer dai me koni ala nga eke sei que me sei que me say Kemni looking down on my knee. Say Kemni, say Kemuni, say Kemni looking down on my knee. On the morning condena nandondomo maroroya na vekila itawa mundo na marauni alongu isana watingu mekwani alanga eke say Kemni, say Kemni, looking down on my knee. Say Kemni, say Kemuni, say Kemni, looking down on my knee. Say Kemni, looking down on my knee. Say Kemni, looking down on my knee.
Io santi sarà o kadivi ke buni ani andi na kabri bega rabe dinda ya o Steve Makamba kertono na mate lau lawar to tomar tingu biba marota ke bekenta ni oti na kena rongo bagi bekenta na rongo da bobu na ka be turanga ni ta malang mudake e na bugu na basa bo tu bekenta na rongo na kabri bega rabe dinda radio bulondo bata San Francisco voto bekenta rosso lu ketol na miniti me ba sang talanga na kaloko me na awani ba na kaloko na kabri na kwando baga dor chikin na non da program baga madawa o ya mo ya balata dia nangai dalata kan dabo bina chikina Lincoln life insurance and to bito ko chiko na be akabito do sara ni tusi na kilabe na chiko ni ando bogita chikin no registered nurse Bals Rose ni ko na buku chinga ni ken na mai vital nota ki na matingo na hepatitis B autarang chuma na ngabi una na dabo na hepatitis B tu na chinga mo una ngor na mati ni ngada usaba go yun ngada todo nga itu ilo mnya ngondong ko na kwele pa kapuna may natapon matin libo na huto na katuto ko ba ya iya kaya pa sa ando rongo da chiko na bosan ko na siya na matin ko na hepatitis B raw na sereka baka matin ni sawe ka weekenda ruan na wekanda may na San Francisco hepatitis B free Richard So executive director of San Francisco hepatitis B free baka talaki na be Lena Tio Malie Tulua doon na maraman ni Samoa Vinga Rabital Chunga as an associate ni SF hepatitis B free. Orang kami talo chiko ron apa matal tigi rau anda sana gabi talo en menda kilamanta. Siya tapos saraman na matingo na hepatitis B. Kali besar bikin dan dua pakai taruh cukina. Ena bingo no to sar. Nama kami napa anak keloko ya. Ini ustal ngabi dan dituku ni bibolingo. Enda na gabi na nui manda ni birna kanta. Karena siya macukup mai, siya mandunu sar tunga mai na tolak keloko. Ena kabi di bingo rabi ni dai na siya macukup na ser. Mekucikan dai nawa ni banda sana gabi talo na bima mania wa. Ya balata. Dia orang kita lata. Anda boleh bina ke Lincoln life insurance na bukan na to bito ko ni chiko en programo ya na bitu city to sar.
Endona mate kuniti wale bobekenda mana wasa Pasifika na hepatitis B. Kuneni nduwa mana bayatini corona nini bunua mana wasa Pasifika Amerika ni to bireti kuna matengo na hepatitis B. Ongoli bwake na kenara ni betobi sena to bi kuna matini nada se liver cancer. Endende mendo kila ke sa tele kontiko. Me bakani sanga sotini kene bakatakela kila se symptoms bakabo ke sa mbimbi na mate. Mbimbi ngone kila mono bakani kebi membaleta na hepatitis B. Peter mai kena telefoni 527 ono vituva 51 sesi kobana nondo to website www.sfhepbfree.org.
Bula binaka tinay Matthew, ni sawa kuskusibe.
Isa, ni bula binaka. O se vivi mandongo kina maulimat. Elay taka kina endona nito bakataka kana laylay. Mewlay ukutaka bakatotolo, ni bernirto yadea ni nabulangi.
Oi, o dea bakasanga.
Erto bakasanga telanga orato. Sarara saranga. Go enda so mga nakakana. Esen nita so manakena bakanya takina olo.
Oi, okay. Nagsaraman da kilatiko.
Maulimad, 5525 Montgomery Drive, Suite 2 and 3, Santa Rosa, California. Vetar tarasarani kinanaba ni telefoni 125 vitutolu 52. Ena kena itugutugu matalalay.
Nonda biti ke ngasini buli paulange reki rungodi ena 5 na kaloko ena kabini lotule ve kemudo e Amerika tini karona kaloko ena singale buli bakaromboka ve kemudo mai viti ena radio bulan tua bata San Francisco me kauti kanda bata
Nungu chisu nungu banoa. Dorongodi na vima maniono kina vitu ena kabini bugululu ve kemudo e California. Vei mamani ruane kavi kina tolu and a single level lotilevu vei kemando eviti e warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA rogandi and radio bulando vata San Francisco me kauti kenda vata mai
Mina sa boleh turun kena maramba boy rosong bulan miniti me pana kaloko au abang reta kasuku na bulu matanga bir na bekanta rasa siama cukumai kau ni siama cukumai na non tolai bena ka bida di kompe kana kene rau ando kiritu ngabi kintu le matu bole bena go ndo ngana like nge share ta katu yani ndo tu ngana baba la nge share ta lape ndo matu bale go ndo na kamarota kidi ndo e duru bu tu mai kina ena bi akabito do sar sa butin na bikin tawi kibikimni kebaka oni sangai siama cukumai ne sebringona na eka bida ni ko ona bang bulu matanga be ciuta bunda ke na non matu bale bakata laki le ni korto do sara mai saru kor mai lo toka kerna tu na be sebiti bakata laki na mai bonotani bulu benaka no goiada penai serba kula nem tu pe bina sa bole na siama cukumai na buno nimbadi buka taka toki da nomuni tolil ni madha sino anga buka na eka bida ni ko sa bakon ni bilang taltunga ni matu bale serba kula ni totoko cukup lebih garabi na tai ni buru-buru ni bin garabi tokina ena eka lebih garabi tinta Hector Zinc Junior na sa boleh bu kemuna siama cukumai bakata langki na endi mbawale kere cuma endi ndo na ser mai birto na weko lo kitabu ngai nama ka toka na la suko da kavia wisa dombe kala ustagi endi baka singile bu na eka binang ni ko Rakesh Kumar brother mai na sen Bruno Kababamba di ndolo tu ena ngonongo my brother regards to all the chiefs there this afternoon, especially to Satish and Primtes. Lolomas to you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Radio Bulan Dobat, all the ratus at the San Bruno Kababa. Naka Minister for Finance Rakesh Kumar au baka nuni nakata nga wana marama lebung go mai moraga marama naita di lady di nang sa bole bana siama cukumai Joe Saro ni bulu benaka talanga na siama cukumai alipati banda da mai buna baka nuni talanga na buguna muni siama tunga mai marama kai Triza T nang sa bole bana bitokani klanyo ni ambadi Willy News ar cukup baka ena kabinang ko antana porurong ko endon serre sangai katona wale talenga o tedingu keri damundam bulu binaka keri binaka nando bat sarchuk mai yukaya ena ekabi de rabi dintai serre kalanga to mando Gilman na nguza ke lasa isuba na serre membaleta na yanu no bagaturanga mai la kempa uturanga no binango mo bagambulu tuyani ena nusau kin be korto do sarra me korbo turanga mai tumbou verto na wekangu me lebuka ken be korto do sarra na sangalau vakano iyo kombe kai ke na ikure na ngai tal notaki en serengo sabang bulu talangan be kemni to do sarra la len la kemba ni sa tu na puno lebo merke batalaki na mai viti en be sei buru to do sarra klan na serengo na rani kuto listu na nomuni bakana nanu batalaki na be kemni na be ken lamani oni siama saka chuma ya na kabi be ngarabi en dai turang kira marama derbu kina ngone le takinda ba kiri namdamu o la kemba mai na yatu lao
Wasa meu socorro mola murai Uile da tu que mui rai na tanranga au rai ko la kemba oh la kemba kemni vita nukuni será Kemba, oh la kemba, dirigo tu ya tu lao. Maka betarpi sotai, marabutu dan raki ewai, amasudatu. Ni besa sota ena kula kena marau la kemba oh la kemba kemdi pina nukuni sera kemba, oh la kemba, diriku tu maina ya tunau. Kemba, oh la kemba, kemudi, pinda nukuni sera. La kemba, oh la kemba, diriku tu maina ya tunau. Kalau uso ni biao tale beao dayan yan pai na ya now la kemba oh la kemba kemudi vina nukuni serao la kemba oh la kemba diriku tu maina ya tunau. Makano yang rana nuku-nuku wadi-wadi sanggalau lebuka ke wahitambu kende-kende versara raitu kiwaso-asa batuanga tiko-tiko bakaturanga la kemba oh la kemba kemudi bina nukuni sera la kemba oh la kemba diriku tu maina ya tunau. Maina ya tunau, diriku tu maina ya tunau. Got a girl, hold up the road down the bayou. Hey, see if all the sweetest one, me oh my you. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. They put dirt, found a note, the ways is buzzing. I came from come to see on by the dozen. Dressed in style, they go walk wild, me oh my you. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Jambalaya, crawfish pie, and Philly gumbo. For tonight, I'm gonna see my share of meal. Take guitar, feel for a jar at the gate. Son of a gun, we'll have big fun on the bayou. Settle down, far from town, get in the field. And you
Radio Bulando Vata me kauti kenda vata mai San Francisco ki burubura sema mai ngai wase yani.
Totona dom libi pamaro te kia mai vei turanga anu Gilman nguda ke la sai suva o talanga kira vei marama nei tan lela se ruban kula en italo ni sere sona bongi sona singa non ndo yambe tauru boli se bibi en kabri be rabe de dai voi tolo miniti me fana kloko era ngono bilang talanga benten pakana mata nikina en non tan Waka muri tu mata nei talo no ni hepatitis B en no te programa ni mbulo baka mata wa o yan hepalatan ti orang kai talata elele weekend tan ngono go entang kai ritanga na Facebook kisa tu na nungu obi ngo saleng tu na nungu tapaleng tu na nungu kazungo eta ko si madal sa mati pada Andang kinta talanga so na wekanta se tampa patsar tunga uombulu tu sa tuivo limbula. Na weka saya tu na gona kakana ta kenia na mati sureti saya tu nga mekina lele wekenta ta tu na bango ya ngona ngani nunggu buli mai ambek rosa bulu nga pakatata ngona nunggu apa balong gitu. Gale pasang buli masang bulu watch nendo biwal bo bay na mungkin bo so terus bitang mata ningkirin to na didi laka tu ni rarangur se round the block angken to laka tal tu meso na kena sultar be baka me pangkas kasi tal tu se gitu sanggas tu sa singon ni to didi ko sangon ni kito dia otok nga tu sangga may ombot otok iyan ta rito juga lebu namati ngunung ko tangken to trista kali sunga ira saku totol sar sunon rembula lebu endo tu na sa so sa kanilewada ambeka ngai sa lebu ngakan tapako ya resibia yang gona unumbia unu sibiriti kena bi matagali metanga ko sa solo na tiloma murndo tu na lawe ya na bi bakan retse do bakator tu kan na radio bulan do mata kladi na ranu ngeta tu endo na mbula sali usar cuka na mati nangunung konta ke yan raka me na mata kan dari bangko siso sa message ma sa bakal dingu cuka na klay berata ngakin to tubo tunga na singa sa bita sao ciyo kadi bina nambula enta ke may kinta tal taka tu so na kaya tu yo pambutan inta na raningang karon cuko na katuto ko tu na bunuay kata kapa nga in moderation masih man na tao so untuk maka sama tak so na bunuer tu siya sinto na kaka na indon me na benta ke weekend matandang bula may buru-buru ko matakin na kaka nga yeso sa tu mo kamto kada lew kinamasim klasa ke may patuyen ya matagan ninta sa kambe kan ninta tong karon tumbek ngono sa tu weekend kin na tu mati sa kento antang kento pa kami tataru bitok kasi ang sambula binakasar tungago sa binakasar kami ta pagator tuyen ni so na papalalay nangkaroon na kanta kanyan na kena mata tuto ko sara enta nang muria nando nang ngona leka kami ngon enta na siya machiko pata ke raw na biya kani rited so bakatalang kinabilen malet itulua mana San Francisco hepatitis B free karon na tanglo tak chuwe kenta na tapos sara mata na hepatitis B kalili usando rongo ta chukuna keni talno dola ka tal chukuna kena ed en radio mbula ndo WhatsApp ko bibina ta chukuna bitokani en kabi di bingara bindai en radio bulan do bata me coach kenda bata tiko mai
Isando bulu binaka dosen gitu kimai endo binaka tu bangara
Iyo, ni bulo binaka. Gitu singgitu kibo sarangamay. Satu token dino Pennsylvania. May baka tumuli ang madoni turta na tatakan na tumuni wayway. Iya, gitu sa mista kasarangan nakaka na mga biti. Gitu rongoda, nito kendo na stondo bulit kenda to kakana.
Iyo na Fiji cover store. Ito kasarangay ligori na kakede tu kina. Na Fiji cover store. Kau te viti mai vokaboleka ka voka se butaka na bona nanu. Woli te kitu kina na tinika, tini bulu makau, Tanga's ice cream, na mateni, na ika na mbele. Yado kina chase ni gunengona, na twisties na bongo kay na bean, kay na bungatali. Sangay lebu sarangan ngona kareang gona binakadina. Kay indolo bo talangango na nondato boutique. E woli te kina na isulu kanta kilaita ni kina daga dilinga karami soli bo ilaloma. Wei kemo ni mai Pennsylvania, kena vevo no wale kata. Era talanga ni wakau tanga mai na nomani ota na taleboni se email, kara tau nangai wakau tanga na nomando woli. Yana Fiji Cover Store LLC, 100 South Mount Vernon Avenue, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Naboni taleboni vitu seba vitu, wadi orua vitu diwa bituono, se wadu lima tolu seba vitu, diwa rua vitu tolu, se email kena fijicoverstorepa@gmail.com.
Oh, got it. Sorry. Ngandre bana be buke ene kena semi na libo seneges kita urani buke iko. Girita mai na empower ena ono rua ono saiba dua liwa ono.
Nada be kumarota ketiku.
Senga, esan dondi na marau kena boga vingle wo wakila.
Baleta?
Kesa mani kadhibi na nongumbula, ke mundo sana senga ni lenga. Dona senga talanga ni rere walo ma se mundo warakati ko nila reng. Baleta ni swada kabatu na nongu life insurance policy.
Iko da kamu to wakata ya? Satu mumantanga na numundrang senga tu na nanto pepa.
Sa tiko na mate, se senga na pepa, senga na lenga. e se rawanganin tua na nomu life insurance ve Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance. Na company ni life insurance ka nga niti kenda vinaka na itoke kanda sa may voga tiku-tiku ngoya Amerika. Rawa-rawa sar na voga leo fomo. Text mai kina vase walu, walu vandua, tolu walu lima, e na kena ituku-tuku matelalai.
Bidang sa boleh betul kan marama dar bukan orang leon tapi bidang kan kabin bidang kerap ini tai tapi bidang kata langgabe Lincoln life insurance na bukan orang tu bito koni ciko na tu program ubaga madawa na tu kemudian ciko weekend na bitu sitio registered nurse Bals Rose ya na kabin ini kuan tapi bidang ka ni ciko batagi kenda Mr. Richard So kuan executive director of San Francisco Hepatitis B Free waktu lagi na be Lina Teo Malia Tulua. I hope that is correct this afternoon. Lena Malia Tulua, maramani Samongo Talofa. Nita gini totoko cukup na vitoka di batiki kemeni. Enta sana tiga bulan nonton vitala noa. Enta sana vitala noa mantapa pertandi ane kabina di kuah. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome you, Mr. Richard So, and of course Miss Lena Teo Male Tulua. To Radio Bulan Bata. Thank you so much for availing yourselves. And of course, we are here to talk about hepatitis B. Back in the islands, when you mention, even before we go straight proper to our topic this afternoon, Mr. Richard, so can you just start off? Can you? It is usually women's first, or ladies first, or girls first. Now we'll start with Mr. Richard. So because me and Lena, we are from the same Pacific group, so we'll start with you, Richard. So can you just briefly explain about yourself to the viewers of Radio Bulan Bata so that we can know you briefly before we continue with our topic this afternoon, sir?
Absolutely. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, of course, 100%.
Great. Great. My name is Richard So. I'm the executive director of SF Hep B Free. It's my full-time job to work on this awareness. And I am Chinese American, but for a long time have worked in the community, giving back to the Asian American and Pacific Islander community. And in this case, and particularly about a disease that affects our people kind of in a very dire way. And so my background is in public health. I've worked in public health for about 10 years, including international work as a healthcare consultant, and of course, in the Asian American community. I've led this organization for about 3 years, and Lena is my awesome colleague and coworker here. And I'm really excited to be able to talk to your community and your audience about this disease that's really, unfortunately, silently killing a lot of people without people even knowing that it is very preventative.
Thank you, Richard. Lena, a brief introduction about yourself.
Sure. Talofa lava and
Talofa, bula.
So I am Lena Te'omalea Itulua, and I just started working with Richard July of last year, and I'm the program associate over here at San Francisco Hep B Free. And so my background is in education, specifically in Pacific Islander education. And so what I do is I support Richard in the work, raising awareness about hepatitis B in the Pacific Islander community. And I am the Pacific Islander community liaison, where we create programs that we believe would attract our community to want to learn and engage about hepatitis B. And so my goal here is to work with Richard to make Pacific Islander communities in the San Francisco Bay Area, to be a hepatitis B free community.
Thank you very much to you to this afternoon. Okay, we'll jump straight to hepatitis B. If you just kind of meet a person on the roadside and you say, "I have hepatitis B," when someone has a headache, they will say, "Oh, emotional lung in Fijian. I have a headache. Oh, okay, we'll give you Panadol or Tylenol." We relate to it so easily. What about hepatitis B? Can you just simplify to us, the audience of Radio Bulandobat, so that when someone asks me what is hepatitis B, I can just like explain it to him or her in a very simple way. What is it? What is hepatitis B? I think
Great.
Richard, yes.
Great question. And that's why most people haven't heard of it, because it's hard to do that. Unfortunately, I guess if I'm simplifying it down to just a couple sentences, hepatitis B is a virus that infects your liver, and it is almost always passed on in the Asian and Pacific Island community from mother to child transmission during birth, when the mom does not know she has it. And so when she gives birth, she spreads that to her 3 or 4 children. And the reason why she spreads it not knowing it is because, unlike most diseases, most people don't feel sick at all. If I were to look at you, Una, you might have hepatitis B and not know it at all. Lena might have hepatitis B, not know it at all. I might have hepatitis B, not know it at all, because it slowly destroys your liver until your 50s and 60s, in which case it turns into liver cancer, and then you would feel sick. And then by that time, it's too late. So you don't feel sick or look sick when you have hepatitis B, and that's why people have to be tested for it.
Thank you so much. So from what age should we start to go for this kind of test that you're saying? Like, I could have it, the transmission from mom to me. I have it since birth. So what age are you looking at for me to go and to the hospital and get started with this test?
Yes. So the CDC, actually, the Centers for Disease Control, 2 weeks ago, officially made the new recommendation that everyone as an adult should be tested once. And that way, So the truth is, by the time you're 18, you should check and make sure you don't have the disease, because the earlier you catch it, the better chance of living a full, healthy life with the disease. Because if you manage it with a doctor, most people, we're talking more than 80%, will live full, healthy lives as long as they're managing it with their doctor. And so we suggest you go as soon as you hear this radio presentation, just schedule it with your doctor. The test is free because it's a preventative care test. And then once if you don't have it, you can get the vaccine, which protects you for life, so you never have to worry about it again. And if you do have it, you just manage it with your doctor, which is just 2 visits a year, where your doctor checks your liver health. He does some tests on your blood, and it just says, your liver looks good, come back in 6 months. And for more than 50% of people, that's it. For their whole life, they just see their doctor twice a year instead of once a year, and their doctor says, your liver looks okay? Cool. See you next time. And then for the other half, sometime during their life, the doctor will say, okay, your liver looks a little bit unhealthy. We're going to start you on this pill that you take once a day. You do take it for the rest of your life. But then, like I said, 90% of people taking that pill never get liver cancer. So it's like a totally normal life, like how when you get older, you might take cholesterol medicine.
Thank you very much, Richard. Okay, your turn, Lena. While growing up as a kid, till the adolescent age, growing up to be a fully fledged adult, what are some symptoms of this hepatitis B?
Sure. And so, you know what? I forgot. I didn't quite hear your name.
My name is Tupe. Just call me Tupe.
Okay,
Yes,
Tupe.
Tupe.
We're looking at your name as Una's name, but
Okay.
I just wanted to address you correctly. So thank you, Tupe, for that question. So there are no symptoms.
No symptoms.
There are no symptoms. There is no pain, and that's why
Wow.
a lot of people, when they catch hepatitis B, they have no idea what to look for, because if it stays in your liver for such a long time and you don't know to check for it, you don't ask the doctor, that you don't go report to the doctor that you have any pain, it can turn into cirrhosis of the liver or liver cancer, or serious liver disease, and you won't feel the pain until you have serious liver issues. So, which is very important, why we need to hurry up and go ask our doctor for that free hepatitis B test or come and ask us.
Na sa boleh bagi penenturan marama dar bukin on lew sipti weekend na pa ni tin ka tolo minute ki bawani sangai sama chuma ya balata de ona gaita lata rono da bulangi chiko rita so ke lina teo male itulua dona marama ni Samoa Roma Italo no chiko ngo ro vingraba chiko na San Francisco hepatitis B free. Also ke bukila ni kuwa today marks the day that I am beginning to know what is hepatitis B. So hepatitis B has something to do with our liver. So it's a virus that is usually passed from mom to child from birth. So it is one of the silent killers, if I may say. If you're not tested, you would never ever know this, because you two are saying there is no symptoms, you cannot feel any pain until you have a serious liver issue. And of course, that liver issue will only be known if you go to the hospital.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, you have such great memory, great way to summarize it. And that is the case. When other people think of liver problem or alcoholics, they turn yellow or they're very tired, and that only happens in, I think, 1 to 5% of the cases. Like I said, the most common patient is someone who lives a full, healthy life, an uncle or aunt who feels totally fine. And then when they turn, 45, 50 or 55, 60, their stomach hurts and they say, oh, maybe I have a kidney stone or indigestion, heartburn, but it really hurts. So I go to the doctor and then the doctor says, you have late stage liver cancer, you have less than a year to live. And people are just, shocked. Like, how could it be? I felt fine yesterday, and now you're telling me I have 1 year left to live. And that's what's so sad. And so we need to stop that. And we can so easily do that because all you have to do is ask your doctor for this free test.
Okay. We'll quote you on that. You say, if I feel some kind of sensation in my stomach and I go to the hospital and the doctor says to me, I have a very serious liver problem and I only have 1 year to live. Is there a cure so that 1 year, a zero can be added to that?
Yeah, sadly, hepatitis B doesn't have a cure, and liver cancer itself is really, really aggressive, and so the survival rate is really low. But the bright side is that before it's liver cancer, there's so much opportunity for it to not become liver cancer if you manage it with your doctor. Again, the healthy survival rate, if it hasn't become liver cancer, is more than 80 to 90%. So you have this big kind of flip-flop, this big marker. If you can catch it early, then you're gonna mostly live a full, healthy life. We can stop it in its tracks. And there's a vaccine. So if you don't have the disease and you get vaccinated, you'll be protected for all of your life. But if you don't take that easy 5-minute step, that 5-minute phone call for your doctor, then you could be one of these unlucky people who gets this liver cancer. There is no cure.
Okay, we basically know, this is for you, Lena, that the liver function, it detoxes your body. It breaks down all these fatty acids, the alcohol, all the other hormones associated with it. Like, can we take pills even before going to a doctor? Or the doctor will just prescribe you with any over-the-counter medicine, or there's just antibiotics for it, or any medicine that you can keep on taking it to kind of cure it naturally?
So you're asking me if there's a cure and if I could take medicine?
Yes.
Okay, so there are no medications to cure hepatitis B, just except for hepatitis B medicine.
So hepatitis B
I
medicine.
think I'll let Richard go ahead and Richard, could you help me out on this question
Yeah,
a little bit?
absolutely. So, as Lena said, there's no curative medicine. There is only medicine that keeps the hepatitis B virus in check when you have that virus. That's that pill a day you can take if your doctor recommends it. But no matter what, because it doesn't cure the hepatitis B, you have to take that pill every day. It's very similar in that sense to cholesterol medicine. The cholesterol medicine keeps your cholesterol in check, but it doesn't get rid of that problem.
So you're saying, let me interject here for a while. So you're saying, Mr. Richard, so if the doctor tells me I have only 1 year to live, so no matter the amount of medicine, hepatitis B medicine I take, that 1 year stays.
So sorry, to be clear, once you have liver cancer, then that is when you have 1 year left, and once it's cancer, they try to operate, they try to do chemotherapy, they try to do liver transplant, but all of that is very invasive, very scary, expensive, and the success rate is pretty low. But before it becomes cancer, that's when you can take the hepatitis B medicine to prevent the cancer from forming. So again, you can think of it as a timeline. There's this mark where it's the hepatitis B virus, and the hepatitis B virus damages your liver so that it becomes cancer. And so once it hits that point and becomes cancer, then that is when you're really sadly out of luck, because it's really hard to beat cancer. But up until that point, you can fight the hepatitis B virus, and the medication fights the virus, but not the cancer. I know it's a little complex.
Thank you very much, Richard. On paper, who's the youngest to be recorded having this hepatitis B fully blown?
Yeah. So again, if your parents give it to you, you would have it at birth. And so you would have the virus at birth. But the youngest people who have been really unlucky to die from liver cancer caused by hepatitis B, in my mind, there's a story. I think he was a 23 or 24-year-old immigrant from India, actually, who was here at Stanford, or in the Stanford Palo Alto area, as a student and a college student, and he found out he had some pain and had liver cancer, and they said, "How are you so young? How could you have the liver cancer?" And it was from hepatitis B. But normally the cancer forms when people are around 50 or 60-year old. But the virus itself is transmitted at birth. So for those people who were born to parents who have the hepatitis B, they have the virus at birth.
Thank you very much, Richard. Okay, going to you, Lina. In our Pacific community, how many percent, here in America, since you've been doing all these researches and all about hepatitis B for Pacific Islanders, how frequent does this pops up in all of our community here in America?
Well, in our community, Tupe, it's almost zero to none. Nobody ever in our community says, "Oh, I want a hepatitis B presentation. I want you to come and teach me about it." They don't ask for this education because they don't know that it's out there. So unless people know about it, then we can come out and share that information with you. But we have come up with some programs that is helping our community become aware of hepatitis B, and those community education workshops that we put on help us to put our culture together with medical practices to help us be more, to have more information on hepatitis B.
Thank you very much, Linda. Do you think, Richard, that your awareness is creating um, uh, awareness to people to come for testing, or have you done a research and or when I have a stomach pain, then I come to the hospital? Is the awareness working? Hepatitis B awareness. I'm
That's a
generally speaking here.
Yes, that's a great question. So, sadly, it's hard to know how many people hear this radio program and go, you know what, I'm actually going to go and get tested. How would
Hmm.
we measure that? We do know that the testing we do in the community, we do a couple hundred tests, sometimes 1,000 tests per year in the Bay Area itself. We run commercials on radio and newspaper, and we work with a lot of clinics that are offering that free screening. But as you might know, many Asian cultures and Pacific Islander cultures, if I'm not dying, I'm not going to the hospital. I'm not
Yes.
visiting my doctor.
Hmm.
I'm strong, I am macho, and that's too bad because if they want to stay strong and macho, let's do this 5-minute test. And so that's exactly why we're here, why we're so happy to be able to speak to you,
Hmm.
so that they can hear trusted people like hosts say, like of radio programs say, hey guys, let's not be silly here. Do you want to die from liver cancer because you got unlucky and have this virus in your body? No. So let's, make sure we live all the way to see our children grow up and be there for our families and just get this silly free test. There's no barrier now that it's free. And I think for your question earlier, talking about how many people might have this, the data shows that 1 in 12 Asian and Pacific Islander people in the United States has this hepatitis B. 1 in 12. And the difference between that in the white folk? It's
Hmm.
1 in 1,000.
Oh,
That's
wow.
why nobody's talking about it. 1 in 1,000 versus 1 in 12. And I actually, for this presentation, looked up some statistics for different Pacific Islands. And in 2019, the rates for hepatitis B were around 6% in America, some American Samoa, around 6% for Samoa, around 5% for Tonga, around 7% for the Solomon Islands, 5% for Marshall Islands, and 4% for Fiji. And
Hmm.
that's already low because was in 2019, but in 2000, the the data came out and the percentage was around 10 to 15% in those countries. So, we're talking 1 in 10, 1 in 9 people. And the reason why it's gotten so much better is in the 2000s, the World Health Organization went to all these countries and said, let's start testing pregnant moms and vaccinating babies so that the pregnant moms don't give the disease to
Hmm.
their kids. And just those campaigns within those 20 years, 2000 to now, changed the rate from 10, 15% to now the 6% because so
Hmm.
many moms stopped transmitting it to their babies because their babies were being vaccinated. But, all the people who were
Hmm.
born before 2000, people like you and me who emigrate here to the United States,
Hmm.
all those people are still have much higher rates of the
Risk.
disease. Yeah.
Which brings me to one question. Is there any international lobby group that's lobbying for what you just said? For every single pregnant mom now, regardless, to be vaccinated, so we kind of stop it right from the root, from passing from mom to the baby. Any talk on that on the international stage now?
Hey, you could be a public health advocate too. You could do my job. You're exactly right. So, in most Asian countries and countries where this disease is prevalent, the World Health Organization has said the standard of care should be
Hmm.
to test every pregnant mom. And actually, here in the United States, the rule is to test every pregnant mom for hepatitis B. And if the mom has it, they immediately give
Yes,
the infant that vaccine at birth and start the mom on treatment. And that's why now, since about 1995 in the United States,
it's
the
compulsory.
transmission rate, yes, and the transmission rate of the whole United States is something like point 0, I mean, 0.8 of 1%. So This
Oh,
is
wow.
really a disease of immigrants. So
Yes.
we've done a really good job of catching it, the transmission now, except for people who give birth at home and give birth outside of a hospital system. And so that's pretty good as long as the healthcare system in America, wherever you are, is good. But we still are working on it in the world. So in places like the Pacific Islands and all the Micronesia,
Hmm.
it's still tough, for those who live far away from a hospital. They may not have the resources to go to the hospital to give birth, so the vaccine might not be there. Some people don't believe in vaccines, and so
Hmm.
there's that misinformation. And so, yes, just as you said, the standard in the world is supposed to be that, but it's hard to do in some places where healthcare isn't accessible to everybody.
Thank you very much, Lina. Okay, we'll ask, I'm sorry, Richard. Lina, I think we have a couple of minutes left. We can always extend since we are talking on a very important topic here, hepatitis B, on Radio Bulan Dovata. We are so blessed to have you on board this afternoon. Okay, you two have been saying, okay, you can just come in straight after this, go to a healthcare provider, any hospital, get a test, hepatitis B test. What is a test like? Basically, if I walk into the hospital, will they take some of a sample of my saliva, urine, or how do they do the test?
Sure. So the test is very simple. It's just a blood draw. You're just going to walk in, say that you need, your doctor will tell you to go and get a test. You go into the lab and they'll give you a hepatitis B test by just taking your blood. And
Yeah,
then
just
the
a blood
results
draw.
will be mailed to you.
Hmm.
Yeah, just a
Yes.
blood draw. Very
So,
quickly. And we can provide that. If you don't want to go to the doctor, or to the lab,
Hmm.
and if you're comfortable in your own community, in your own area, Richard and I will come with the phlebotomist for free and come and screen you. That way you can get your blood drawn right there
hmm.
while we educate you. And then the results will come straight to your house. And then you take the results to your doctor and say, I either need a vaccination or,
Medication?
I need some other medication
Hmm.
or what. So,
Mhm.
like I say, people in our Pacific Islander community, sometimes, like Richard said, we don't go until our bones are popping out of our head. But these simple moves of just reaching out to your community resource, like to us, to Una, saying, hey, call your friend so they could come to our church or to our community and we'll bring the screener. And another thing, I kind of misunderstood your question earlier about the data. And Richard shared that 1 in 12 Pacific Islanders and
Yes.
Asians have hepatitis B. But, I know there's more of us that have it. We just haven't been tested. And I feel like in our community, Tupe, there's no data for anybody else to understand what this disease is doing to our families and to our communities. There's nobody to go out and get this data so we can report and get the kind of information and the help and resources to specifically work in the PI community. So,
And
I mean, it's important for you guys to reach out to us and we'll come over there and get the data for you.
And I think, Lena, if you could tell just really quick the story you just told me today about the people related to
Yeah.
Pele.
Yeah, so my oldest brother, I never knew this until this past weekend. He passed away from liver disease, from liver cancer, actually. And then when I spoke with my nephew, he said all these years they thought they were going to die. They didn't know how, because my brother never smoked, he never drank. And, he didn't have any multiple sex partners, right? But he passed away suddenly, and that was it. So I told them, you need to go and get checked for hepatitis B. And they had no idea to even get checked for that because they had no link. They couldn't connect the dots about
Hmm.
how their father got liver cancer. The same thing with another girl in my church. They didn't know anything about about hepatitis B, but her father passed away from liver cancer due to hepatitis B. And so now I talked to her last night. She was a little teary eyed And she said, if we only knew more about this, and if we only understood what to do, what resources to go to, and even what questions to ask my doctor, because they don't give that information. Right. If you don't say anything to the doctor, he's not going to tell you. He doesn't know what to do to help, how to help you if you don't ask. So I think it's important that we get a little bit of education on how we can prevent this from spreading, and and we can be hepatitis B free. That is possible with all of the preventative care and the knowledge that we share, and also the resources that we have for our community. So all we have to do is just reach out and connect.
Get tested. Yeah, get tested.
Thank you very much, Richard and Lynn. Okay, just before we go and your final words, just a question to you, Richard. Since you're based out of San Francisco, how often do you go out to the public? So you wait for smaller communities like the Fijian community to reach out to you, then you go to them, or how does it work for you?
Yeah, great question. Well, we have amazing Lena. She was too nice earlier. She leads the charge, and what she does is she goes and looks everything for all these different kind of community events, whether it be churches, whether it be cultural celebrations, communities. We just looked at a kava bar that we're going to try to connect with and see if they'll do something. And so we try our best to reach to the community and then suggest, hey, can you give us, 10 minutes of your time, Mr. Kava bar owner, and maybe we can do something. And then we say, hey, we have a small budget for food. Maybe, Pele, we would say something like, let's have you bring all your radio listeners who are from the Bay Area, and we'll throw a giant barbecue. And then in that barbecue, we'll pay for it. And all you have to do is listen to us talk a little bit out happy. And we would hope you get tested at that barbecue. We'll bring out the phlebotomist, no insurance, no immigration status, nothing else. And we'll send you your results. So that's what we specialize in doing. And so we really hope also that on the other side, that we will get contacted. Let's say a listener knows you and says, hey, I just heard this Hep B thing. I have a church that's mostly, Fijian. Can they come there? And then you tell us, and then we go there. So it's all about this family working together so we can help each other.
Thank you very much, Richard. Okay. On behalf of Radio Bulan Dobat, I think we are coming to the end of the program this afternoon. Last words, Lina, before we have a last word from Richard, and we'll close it off this afternoon.
Of me or Richard?
We'll start with you now.
Okay. Well, I just want to say thank you to Una who connected us, and also thank you to you, Tupe, for translating and getting the information out in Fijian. It's very hard for us to connect with our our aunties and uncles and even our brothers and sisters that don't understand English too well. So by you translating and giving this information out into the community, that's very helpful for us. And we're looking forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you.
Richard?
I think just want you to take away one thing. Just go get tested. It can save your life. It can save your friend's life. We actually had a woman come back to us and say, I came to one of your booths and I heard you say something, and I kind of went home and I laughed and I told my brother, hey, you should get your family tested for this. And then the brother's brother got tested and had hepatitis B and then went to go see the doctor. So to me, that's one possible life saved. And so it's 5 minutes. A 5-minute call, a 5-minute blood draw can save your life, can save your brother's life. So just do it. I know it's annoying. Call your doctor. Come to one of us. Contact the radio to contact us so that we can come and do it for free. We're here for you. This is us for you. Save your life now. 5 minutes.
Once again, thank you so much, Richard and Lena, on behalf of the family. The large family of Radio Bulan Dobat who's tuning in this afternoon. Would like to thank you once again for availing yourself on our weekly program. It's named Yavalata or Deonangai Dalata. That is sponsored by a very nice company, Lincoln Heritage. And we hope that you two will be available at another time, and Radio Mbulando Wata is always open to you to come and, of course, make us aware about hepatitis B and the threats that it's doing, especially in our Pacifica community region.
Yes, sorry. I do wanted to say, if you have any questions, you can call us. We have a helpline
Okay.
at 415
415
336 2629. We have someone who mans it. You will likely have to leave a message because she can't be there all the time, but we respond to every single call. So if you need to know where you get tested, let's say you don't live in San Francisco, you want to ask another question about Hep B, just call us. We get back to every person who calls, even if you leave a message.
Thank you very much, Richard and Lina. We hope to talk to you again soon. Sa ko aturang marama da rubukin ng lewa sa bobekin de rusang blu karuan na biniti da wobi na chuko be rau na ito kani ro may talno sar chuko mata to weekend na bugu ni mate enda kilabinaka na mate ni liba. Richard so executive director ni SF Hepatitis B Free pagkatalaki na be Lina Teo Malay Tulua dan marama di Samoa ro saka sar chuko baku koa da sarong chuko na kini talno ya koe baka meanga malu tunga mai na mate ngo nana na ngono saranga se kuni te kenda ruchukina sarao ni pasta ki kana mate ngo ka beka nga ro bakan ta chuko bekenda o kenda menda sango le saranga ni dona polimbula se enda pole ka kina menda la ki testa ki rao saranga en ngau nongo wakan dua talent da bobi binaga Lincoln health and life insurance and bugun to bito ko ni chiko en ekabe de bing rabi en dai ya ser tarapa antan wakan ni binaga chukina ver to sar na bekanta resemo chukmai wakan lagi na be Richard Kelina pinakabali usar na sema chukmai. This song is for you too.
Great.
Arrai langi lena koroana
E levo tu na matanggali life insurance e Amerika. Ka levo talanga na kena itu. Ia na Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance yang niti kanda mga binaka na ito kay kanda sa may bungi tigo-tigo na buno levo mo. Kaya wala may bangande, so sa may bunga tigo-tigo tunde. O tawi matitiko si Sen. Raw-raw sara na mga levo. Katigo talanga na ilawi maruroy. Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance. Na company doon nga daw sa mga claim and na loma ni rosa nga bulu ka pa niya uwa kasama niya na lenga isang oti karuan na yung bag. Siko mo na website ko itong gori si Textman kinabasi ng walu-wandua, tolu-tolu-walu-lima and na kinay tugu-tugu matay na lang. Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance. Nongu chisu nongu banua. Dorongote na vima mani ono kina vitu ene kawani bungululu we kemadawe California. We mani ruane kawi kina tolu ene singalewu ni lotilewu we kemadawe viti. E warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Rongote ene radio mbulando vata San Francisco me kauti kenda vata mai.
Ito binungu tati kuna hepatitis B. Ya sangat tuni bakilau ko endo naka. Mea dhava ningelei taura na hepatitis B test na madhau sao. Asama ni lidhula ni tatarowi ni hepatitis B. Karato sana tangu makikina na neto matubabali mana matirero bakyo. Sakabi bikina maniling dikebi tatora na hepatitis B test. Litartar mai kina taliboni 527 ono bituba 582 sa sikomana www.sfhetbfree.org na kena itukutuku matalilay.
Radio Bulando Vata me kauti kenda vata mai San Francisco ki burubura sema mai ngai wase yani. Radio Bulando Vata me kauti kenda vata mai San Francisco ki burubura sema mai ngai wase yani
Taki manda vakasi sinai Sambala bundina endo sengani veirai Sua vake maile wandaru simba Musuka sombu ya vinawani siwa Songo ngani marau Ne vakatangi ni durumiao Auna musuka tunga Senga taleve auna mandua Sua vaka malua Nikuwa nambongi ni ngunu singa Auna musuka tunga Senga taleve una mandua sua baka malua nikuwa na mbongi ni ngunu singa amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga que manda mai tu isi la vena linganda rondani si kuatale niko kao ai no musinga ni sudu enda to so mai no gulewa mai tukuna ve au no mulenga masa ati indina lenana amusandenge ndaru mai meke au na musuka tunga senga taleve au na mandua sua bakamalua nikuwa na mbongi ni ngunu singa tunga senga taleve una mandua sua baka malua nikuwa na mbongi ni ngunu singa amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga eke amusandenge ausamodenga eke auna senga talivia una mandua sua wakamalua nikuwa na mbongi ni ngurusinga amusandenge ausamodenga eke 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 amusandenge.
Ya santi sar turu ken marama amu sandenge au sa modenga eke chale marau weekend la kabri binga robin dintai ya saboto weekend da indona minute me lima na kalokwa da sanda baka so kumu manda so ni tuku na kabirang ko uromo ni leb sar tsu weekend da maru taka chugo ya na kata kata ni singa weekend to en beongo ya ndona hitukutuku lagu sar chuki na nagu bawili katongango en Fiji Village en kabirang ko o ya na kena sumi kin na kamba newspaper na Fiji Sun tini ka 2.5 vitu na milioni taxpayers money o ya na kena goberto baka tambagin dua saranga na buku ni kena tamba chuki no ya na ed todoko sena tuku todoko ni mati ni tu mai na mbaki rono ndolu tini kava kina mbaki rono ndolu rosanga volu karua kata ya sa lima ono vitu walu diwa chini ni kandua eve walu na embaki ya kimambale kipaka na vindana chini karua na milioni na bibia ndua bobo leka toka ni na iyo ndua baka tata milioni ndua na embaki soli chuke na kamba nyoya na loma ni wolu na embaki ya and hukuni government newspaper advertising. 12.057 million of taxpayers' money paid in exclusive government newspaper advertising in the Fiji Sun from 2014 to 2022. Ando baka sama tanga-tanga. Wando talang kapala in the newspaper na Daily Post. Ando nangaunea sa nangaunea sa tiga bume wind down kina nabing karawin Daily Post. Sangka ito taka pa namatin tu sangka ito sanga may buhay tatake may na kampanya do lau chikin na son government advertisement kena bala sing kena bala ni sing so libi raw na rua na Fiji Sun kena Fiji Times yan ta sa retango sa baka singilibu tegi sar tunga weekend sa matat sarang baka singilibu weekend na itugutunggo dawilikan na kabindakan di kuwa o yan na bikay bagarita ka na Prime Minister ni Ochi ni Ochi na ken na lapit kami don itugutug may buwan Assistant Minister sa Kius Tumbuna ka rangay bagarita ngon may na Ronondol tin ka ba kina Ronondol Rosa nga bulu karua zingo taun dua sartu nga na kambani ngona Fiji Sun tini karua poindi saima 5 na million ng dollar yan na advertisement wale nga ni matin itu ya yan namun itu-tuku na kabinangan ni kuwa okala ni lele butal chingar sa pa kana matu chuku na bukun ni sot-sota ni Singapore Sevens lebo bobo le kasaranga ni pop maitu na non rawuto na loka ni matandra o yan na semi-final mata ni sota di Hong Kong Sevens sot sigin watakin mati mi toko bata mati mi Pertania serto na Great Britain and Hong Kong Sevens ya narto may runners up no the turbo ndura ka usana bagarita na kabinangan ni Kokenda endo na matanggali ndo sarang gitu ndo chico weekend nangone ndo nruka kina na nonda mate timi arto sa talaraki arto yana raki saranga bakata arto kai bakata arto na nonda turbo so biuta kitu na kenri tambali sando bang kuisa kero wabitan lo batiki na bugu-bugin don bibuta bulidi William Santala na nunggu chiku buli may Vancouver na Vancouver Sevens leo chile bakador chiku after function na kay kilangai do toko weekend daru le non daru taru kay baktarong to na wekangu yamen na koro bakaturanga may namul mangoy ibil kimuni mantanga na nomunin dong gitu tu na ngonon dolin ruka kinatimi sabi kimuni do sakap do bango kwa o yau mantanga using do kawitak baleta na gona kay tugu na ubil satal na bo saya ese tautu may nangonar to siyang gitu kinoi raseliu beyaw ese nga ni kawo ngori weka na bo sa konga may rongo chugu beyaw nangonong gitu kinilus na chimi ya ese nga ningay may tau beyaw abang goy iyo na lusi na tugno ko arto seliu wa ni usanga pa kasama taka arto seliu sarar na wira sengitu sareliu be William Satal o wade ko saro sabu iyo tugno ko o keda kalala ngamay nindo lusi nonda maritim keda sabo sa keda ngakin ni ungay mengito yaw ningay lusi esa normal tu ya esa ba ku kote ki hotel nga me ubag binakata-kata nga nanungong gitu ungay pango yun na kayo nindo barta ka bertuna dorbo nang lusi-lusi lang chumingo tuno ka ando kito ndong time sarang tu nibir ni to may nruka chukungo to babin nakatanga na mata na vosa na kakedea ena lako tu ngamay o sabang goy ya kito sando sangatal ngame kito build tigir tuna dorbo psychologically spiritually me do zaka na masu menga ndo lako tu mena bosa do tu na ko weka me durunga mena mawi lako na mata uko sarga ni ko tabambim bielum kay kene kerua talanga angona ka tu no ka oire ko reboso bos chukumia ira singito okay itu go kitong gitu chiko mango iya jina sar ya o sa nuita ka chiko ninta na do mendua telemantanesa mendando linda bitugina o bango ke bakambe ka me sambo tu ni tu non tu ma tim me Hong Kong ge rombe ka menta sa tigo ba toronga take ngoe ngito na final enru ka na final ya kinto tu ikarua yang itu na bil sang kinto sama tu ngabi kinto na mento to win na winning mentality tunga weekend tu na bingo na to sa rin whatever we do yo pambo tin to na masule kirto chuna durbo to na le sangata le mai nambilo mai ai Samoa ni po sota mai Singapore en no to na sotal nga bataki Samoa to buat sara Samoa Canada bataki Spain ya indon wingangi pinakatalman nga en pool game apa mo nga indon nga nakamit na takapa men ta toko nirto na pingo na to doksar da masule kirto kila di lebusar sa pakatarong chiko na tabe ko kinokongo tabe lebilu te kinokongo ya sando tale na roni bebo na mazongo so kila santa na ngule tabe ya anda sana ndong garun tala menta kundo bitu so na pi matanggal vital no menta na butura so butukina kinto to doksar kana senga talindo na mata tamata mai vosta ka chikunon to matetim o kento sarangan ito okay nyo se mata na santin ka pa no no ken da bio kan sartunga banra siama sartunga ke mamal ni ngito tu o nawe kanda ya ukila ni oka chiko tu ngame bakan do na ngani mo tadi mo tu kamu se ndona lube mo ngito tu irara nangono ya dana paku ko tigira nangono manda meron ruken dana lebe chira tu na wilik herna kila isa orto naota orto momo nei ranta dingu ke de mesasa to ko ni kima mitundin ni kima minruka tabu tunga na boss vinaka ve kima ya okla ni ele usar na bisa bossa sa lago tu kinango na pola mata okla me ndo ngana kamenta kamenta ndo to ko ni redor bonda mosule kira na vingon to doksar ke nruka senda to nganga bindu tunga na paro ni vito ko ne aku ngani nda sale boso dasar ali tu usar son na bossa sambelian na pola mata ke na vi puno ngono taleso se na vi puno taleso anda wili tukin ya no matimi sota ke Samoa Canada bat ke Spain arto tombo bat chico en Singapore Sevens en Madongo go sa bogretaka to chia sar ke ne lebu merto na one up tale to runners up dua talangango to sa katulu toka to na sanga chungo melitha mai na European leg men to gain automatic entry in Olympic Games Qatar. Ya, nangauna sa sibito weekend 5 en 8 miniti en non to salga kambura gba buale. We ana radio bulundo watene kabdi wingra bidena. Opa bulu matanga be turanga matangali Marcus TV isa matangali ana sianga ngani soro na kena kuitu na we mando be kebni bulu naka na sobi tinai TJ bulu naka benaka na siama chukme yele tali da mundo na verni bulu naka turang kapitani e peli lendo ukila ni lebu chukuna no munibi we chungori wakatala kina be apete langi lebu pete bati kere masi mo chuko baya kai bio pete apa kuni ni binaka tueni bikem rono turang lebu mai serre mosterelia apete langi lebu ke kapitani e peli lendo binaka na siama chuko mai ndo telanga ngo mai osterelia telanga mai malevani noking garau bulu binaka gemu apa kuni ni binaka tueni kina matu pal garau na kabde bin garabi dai nuita gini totoko chukuna bitokani en radio Bulondo bata ni sa sibito weekend na 5 en diwa na miniti klana da smile sartunga mayo andi matendisinga en kabde bin garabi dai ndora serengo klani lele weekend en dando bakata rongo chiko o di sarmanda na rosingo na rosi ni chumbe inongi nakanga ukila ni mainan ronga siya may nabosambe kay belum na Hicks Suliana so dimbe kana rosi ni chumbe inongi di parong chumbengo kila chumbe ko matangali kumari kana kabine kini ko mata drambula
Nations production.
usava ka nanderubi wasi juga nungu ida buta na bitan longon na ngauna na sere. Sa dotu nga son to. Pakai lala ba suri nungu nga ba ka. Bata pa kani sabo lang dito na dito ka. No bita ni sing lala to to sunan tangka ba ka. So ba sini naket lala tal nga.
Nisam Bulabinaka. Sema mai kawasea ni na radio bulando mata San Francisco. Darungodi na tulukin na bito na kloka na kama ni moniti kina borobuka bei kema dawa ya Amerika. Dini kina ruona kloka na singalebu ni tusi di kina borawai bei kema dawa biti. Radio bulando mata San Francisco. Me kauti kanda vatamai.
totoka na domo ni bibaka maruto kaya may berto na matilolo totoka na sinindawan ni Ndelendoki manimbulu binang sa katurangan na itaki tiyo ni Buni Sasari o talaki na berto na ngone totoka na italo ni Seroya o tamburongota na kere thakawe sa sibikan na lima na rosa nga bulu ka ono na miniti baka bili binang tayo na bi tokandi na yakab di bing garabi dinday na ridi mulun do bata upedi la nobo no monindaw bing garabi ko ni sangi siya mamay siya mandun sa rutunga may gang na yakab ni Singatu City dinday na makachiko ni uchanga ibita na itukutuku ni bi boliongo and then rongo tamandani o ya no nonde rongo may palisongo kanta po binang chiko birtu na mauli mata na buku ni non to bi to ko ni chiko bi kanta na yakab di bing garabi dinday dan nangai sematal chungan ndabi no numi chugan serve kemunito to sara oni ndo pata chuga mai dabi bono ndu eso na ekabi nango
ai kemundo bakando tunga mai biti sa baka matalau na nomundo ko bati sa le mo kemundo tinika na tinimbulu makau na bisikete na rewa bata red cow upo ndasa kusi mosaranga na ikatungo gamay tutala na kenurni bondo kenambele pai correct. Daw boleh mai be.
Oi, do sing tu ni kila. Kita boleh ngamai na mau limat. Tok nganggo i Santa Rosa.
Mai be.
Na mau limat wele.
Daw kona na nonda business na ngoli tau kay Amerika. Daw kusamai. Daw mai boleh na mau limat. 4525 Montgomery Drive, Suite 2 and 3, Santa Rosa, California. Nungu chisu nungu banua. Dorongote na vima mani ono kina vitu ene kawani bugululu be kemada wa California. Vima mani rua ene kawi kina tolu ene singalewu ni lotilewu be kemada wa viti. E warotaka na New Methodist Christian Fellowship USA. Rongote ene Radio Mbulando vata San Francisco me kauti kenda vata mai. Isando umbulu binaka. Dosan gaito kimai? Endo binaka tu bangara?
Iyo, nimbulo binaka. Kito singi toki bo sarangamay sa totokan dino Pennsylvania. May baka tumuli ang madoni turta na dadaka na tumuni wayway. Iya, kito sa mista ka saranga nakaka na mga biti. Kito rongoda, nito ay kendo na stonda ulit kikenda to kakana.
Iyo, na Fiji Cover Store. Ito ka sarangay lingori. Nakakede tukina. Na Fiji Cover Store. E kauti viti mai voka boleka ka voka se butaka na bona nanu. Woli teki tukina na tinika, tini bulu makau, Taka's ice cream, na mateni, na ika na mbele. Yando kina chase ningu nengona, na twisties na bongo kay na bean, kay na bungatali. Sangay lebu sarangan nengona kareang gona binakadina. Ngay indolo bo talangango na nondato boutique. E woli teki na naisulu kanta kilaita ni kina kina daga dilinga karang nisoli mo ilaloma. We kemuni mai Pennsylvania, kena vebu no boleh kata. Erau talangani wakau tengah mai na nomoni hota na telefoni se email, karatau nangai wakau tengah na nomondo boli-boli. Yana Fiji Cover Store LLC, 100 South Mount Vernon Avenue, Uniontown, Pennsylvania. Naboni telefoni vitu seba vitu, wadi orua vitu diwa vitu ono, se bandu lima tolu seba vitu, diwa rua vitu tolu, se email kena Fiji Cover Store PA@gmail.com. Ogono rongo manuvali songo, nay maolimat, wali maru 5 Montgomery Drive, Suite 2 and 3, Santa Rosa, California.
Bila sa boleh buat mau lima dan nabi toko di juga nabi berikan dorong bagi juga nabi tuku to sar moni tikina pagorombukan na radio bulon do bata. Angko na ndo nabi sureti raramba mai birto na turangin marama ni asal bago turango teilebu merke bi sureti raramba na sana bago turango ke teilebu merke. Angko na buku ni soli ke na norto umbosi talanga kana bago durichu ko ne kawalu ni singa. Ni bulo sarngang ko pambutean na moni madao sarngang ko na ono na kaloko na yakabi go na buku chukunga ni kena sanga ichiko mer tokoni na nonda na lewe te lebu era chiko sanga mai benua na kapakata laki nurto toko na chunga na mbosi lebu turanga kana lagi bogaduri chuga na turanga maimbau Oya mai na karusang bulu kaba kira karusang bulu kalima ni singa ni bulo me ni ambaki ngo anda klabe nak ni nangunangar mai bagatukur kira bagalotur bago nubi bago benua oya na turang na buni balu turang bal na buni balu no tui kamba ratu penisa mata kembau sa labi takat sarangai di nonra sakire me le kenan dola pu talengo sa kena sa bagayo takitale me sana bagadori wean non rembos le puna bituranga bale non da ponolo mo bici sa rabaritaka itu satu bagarautu dan turanga me kitu sana ndolaba itu 30 tale madani ndonela kalau bou ni mbos ka non renda turanga ya sama ni bangdonu ya sana bagadori en kerusul kapagar rusul kelim ni singa bulo me rondo lu rusul ketul yarto usangan ni toko welekina wir nangon ya sana baguturang tele bu merke atau sabi suris tu na buku ndona soli atau nambose katal chunga na buku ni kena toko ni chuko na kena le bagadori nambose le baguturanga na enu baguturanga maimbau na pulo me wanda sa sure chukina ke baka siang indona kawadora e kawal singa no muni manzongo ni alo bina saran ni game bowling dondo linga tu en soli en 6110 Lemon Bellway Sacramento California 95824 ana bunua en le bagadori kina na soli kinambose en kawal singa en muni manzongo ana tukutuku ini bisure cerah ramba bikenta atau panganditang may bikenta na sala bukuturang hotel lebu merke era kabina kadi kuwa na kene keruanga community health fair en my tot food park ngo Sebastopol Road Santa Rosa ni kawal ni singa pagruway singa talanga pagdur kinoyan bose ni sana tele bona pagdur talchunga kine ndona community health fair tanto bo dimna ke merke non rando wasulitu non rangauna rana do bingkara bimbole rando ngole mai mer mai ngara bikenda ka tutal tunga kin ni ngole ani en mai tot food park ngo awal singa ni April singa boruai en bodur men tini kendo na koloko kin na tolu na koloko en kavi ngo en buku chinga ni ken laki ndike bichunga tutal tunga kini tampa ni pingkarabi tampa ni nimbula naran lital no bikemni membaleta na COVID-19 matalaki na bikemni na marama general women's health na nonta nakakana takani nutrition matalaki na mati ni suka na kena matai lalai todo ko na poison control na kena bakang tagi na tabako wea na lenga tumbu ko somandanga na disaster zerto na chiko na tapan rto na tabos kena bekenda na singoya ka torital chunga kina nra sa bakela chunga sabe tumbu chiko na mun nra chiko boleh ka chiko Santa Rosa la ko botolo sa rena mai tot food park na Singapore wai chin kendo kina tolu la itare kina no muni blood pressure bakatang kina na glucose screening na test ni COVID-19 o sabar kita kami zaki na aku panca assistant signing up for Medicare ke na Calfresh na katodongo sina resource todongo na tu na singoya na mai tot food park na Singapore wai tini kendua kina tol na koloko family fun day talanga na chukta lang kino istabani ninda baka na mata chicken na moni mazao balabungo origami Sonoma County Library bibliobus giveaways and more kan arto na tutal to akin arto na outreach work ze mer na tu raw mer na so na taro da nga me relate chunga en tamba ni bula ka lebusar vito ko nikinai arto na community partners me bakad na Santa Rosa Community Health Mujeres Unidas Jewish Community Free Clinic, Partnership Health Plan of California, atau na Shata, na Kaiser, Providence, Aliados Health, WIC, Coalition of Sonoma County, Japanese American Citizens League, Regional Pacific Islander Task Force. Saya nabuno anda saya machikin o kenta na biokani, anda saya machikin na kabinaga ni kuwa, UCSF. Community Engagement, United Way, Santa Rosa Fire Department, Center for Wellbeing, Community Child Care Council, na 4Cs, in Roseland CBI, kay na vungatal, yung orto na bito ko ni Chico, na bugo ni Community Health Fair, na may tot food park, klang uno binakatal nga, Oni nangole ani reda matangane bakarau ni nomunimbula. Me pakani liu sarna health screening ana bakadur chukina. Oya ene kamolisi kan Singapore wai. Mana tini kandura kaloko kina tulna kaloko ena kena kabi gore roni tukutuku ya roto me weekend na kabi bin karabi ni time da bobri na kabangan dua tali kina mau limate na bukan to bito konitiko en rauni rongo bagi chukini kina weekend oya na bito tukutuku to dok sarea en kabi ni bin karabi en time Poi rosa buluka 5 meniti me ono nakaloko.
Nisena tuna veikilai Rara mawakalotu memba wakadilai Sangani karawa-rawana kena sangai Sambu kina nua-nua Tewai numai mua Tua kai malukumula merarabuta Kasengali wolikina kawa buya uli rabi sangana tangi ni banua turanga tui buya ngodi nona tangi sasengani toka wale na turanga buli rabi tangi balu engalo wasiani koroni wakawati meinga nenalomani Sarongoli mena nukuloa Utunguni nona lenga dina Musita tunatau kei natawia Dia sama wewe kani nangane Muli rabi Ibu wanita ngivalu enadolati Tui ya bule butiki na makao tokai malo Nona matai balu Tunakana ibiramo Dola kukusirawa Meda kede meda navo Ai biri keno mbai atokai malo Sao tinai valu Meda era sama kabuai Kena lewa Mera suka lesumai Buli rabi Gaita taro kabaka Ona mulo meido vininganga Dotiko katawana Saingu sini loa Gomesana isosomi Nia butua na nukuloa Ulina mulo Meiliu nia busa Ona kawa edoa Kanilolo kula Basi kemaya bunga na yada romo sara kakilai Eradina roma setu endai Secho suara muka wanga eranga sekatua kana Isimeli rendonro kama uto anibala Daurai huli rongo saikiti one rendonro Sota wala puta Leweni bu valerongo Natukan ruba kavila Saira rambi ukoro Donre ya buena nukulo Sala la koto Paundua emanindia Bakalengu ningangini suka Edengu kama itu boli emanua Alipate renrono Vakatura iliuliu nimbosenia sana omua Wakawina vinaka pedere kabuambale Beira natu
wakani Nomu ni vei ngomi vei wakaita wakaita kita vei mosi mosi tingani vei wakani
Radio Bulando Vata me kau ti kenda patamai. Mai San Francisco ki pura-pura. Sema mai ngai wase yani.
Biasanya sar turang ken marama ya to sarangana mati dan non do ya londina na marama ngani kito ungo mai nanito esa mai kinoya kesa ya marama mai lengo to ken durang ona sauti ro biuti di botekin dura turang do tukang ngamai kinoya berada singa ene buku ngadi nrakin rendre durumitu mai nonondo du SS madi toko kina nalaw berada singa pokoknya bagi serang ya boleh besu ya atau taka-taka boleh pamatin itu kes suatu boleh kita dulu ben rau bukan taruh ngocung ital no taru sa lain dua talangan no matu male ngononggo sangka indau buki rondo sikobi non rota cik singa lis talangan do ya tanah kile butukin rolaga di nombor lili sumai santu namun sa so pona turangan go na lolo mo big bro ko satu go no bikesa kemuni muni sali bangkara tali don tangan betul sana bala puna nunggu tuike meron ning kara puna muni matu wal sena nonda rubu wale angka itu no kesa bua rongo dio sarba benak ko tale bagando no tebut na posagor na nonda rubela la chini bibuchin mena da besar ngai na mat mani bakan jini kina mani tu kita kino nombula sista kesa na vidana baksa uchi nda pobri na kabona turanga ni ndona matangalim bula ya la ko durumi tunan rendre ni ndandu bulu tu me sasa rosebe kune ngone sar robe kune tungai kinoa butinon romato bupale ochano le sumai sanga mai sudo pase mata no kroni luben rau ngone le busar ngone go ando pobri na kana bukun di non do tu ser na turango kiti one bun sasari non bita bata bago binaka we na bulo ni bosota ndona bosota ya bosota boli tu bukan dia non tu lo mani boli bibe su non tu ta suka mai ngai me tu ko ndona mati bala butela ngano ndabo mani tu kita sarai non bula darongo to juga ni talon ni bula ni bosota na talon no ni ngoi marama go kesa ya marama kadi bino bula en Vietnam baki sauti sabo beke deli mono miniti me ono na koloko en non tu salika kamburaki vagabu vale oya na radio bulan do bata me coach kenda bata mai
na nonda biti ke ngasini buli paulangereki rongodi ena 5 na kaloko ena kabini lotule ke mudo e Amerika tini karona kaloko